Hey everyone, this is Brendan with Cusack Prep, and in this video we're going to be discussing geometric series and sequences. Now, the first thing to know about a geometric sequence is it can be defined by this equation here, where a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. And it's important to know what each of these terms mean. So r is the common ratio, and that's just the number that you multiply by to get from one term to the next. A sub 1 is the value of the first term. And n is the term number. So am I looking at the second term? Am I looking at the third term? You know, which term is it? And what I have here are two formulas for the sum. Now, sum can equal a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. We use this formula when it's a finite geometric series. So this is a series that ends at some point. On the right here, we have the sum is equal to a sub 1 divided by 1 minus r, which is what you use for an infinite geometric series. And down here we have an example problem. So we're given the first four terms of a sequence, 243, 81, 27, and 9. Now, what the common ratio is it's the number that you multiply by to go from one term to the next. Now, you might be able to see here that you're dividing by 3. 243 divided by 3 is 81. 81 divided by 3 is 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. So our common ratio would be 1/3 because it's what we have to multiply by to go from one term to the next. Now, if we want to find a sub 7, this is asking us to find the seventh term of our sequence. So we start by writing a sub n is equal to 243. We're just basically plugging into the first equation here, where a sub 1 is the value of the first term. And then that's going to be times r, which is 1/3, raised to the n minus 1. Now, a sub 7 means that we want to go ahead and plug in 7 for n. So this is going to become a sub 7 is equal to 243 times 1/3 to the 7 minus 1, which is 6. Now, 1/3 to the 6th is going to be 729. So this is going to be 243 times 1 over 729, which is just going to simplify down to 1/3. Now we want to evaluate the infinite sum. So this is the sum of the series that goes on forever. So let's say we wanted to use this formula, a sub 1 divided by 1 minus r. Well, then our sum, which we could write this way, from n equals 1 to infinity, of 243 times 1/3 raised to the 6th, raised to the n minus 1, I should say. Well, that's going to equal our first term, which is 243, divided by 1 minus r. Now, r in this case is 1/3, so 1 minus 1/3, this is going to be 243 divided by 2/3. And we know that that's the same as 243 times 3 over 2. 243 times 3, well, that's going to be 729 divided by 2. And that's how you can evaluate the infinite sum of that series. Thank you for watching.